Hi Barbie-dors! I'm Azusa Barbie, Barbie lover in West Hollywood. Thanks for watching my video. Today's video is Japanese lesson by Azusa. I know it's been a while since I did last Japanese lesson video. I've been getting more and more requests for Japanese lesson video, so that's why I'm doing today. And also, I recently started online private Japanese lesson on Zoom recently, and oh my gosh, I've been loving teaching Japanese to my students. It's been so cool, and I'm so glad my students like my lessons. Today in my video, I wanted to teach you several phrases which is useful when you go to Japanese restaurant. So today's situation is at restaurant. I'm teaching you just several today, but still hope it's useful for you. Have you been to Japanese restaurants in Japan or either in your country? So when you go to Japanese restaurant, they usually say some greeting for welcoming you, which is いらっしゃいませ. Have you heard of it? Some restaurants, they say it almost like yelling, so some American people are so confused with what they are saying, like because they go like いらっしゃいませ. Usually all my American friends ask me like what they are saying. Yeah, so いらっしゃいませ means like welcome. When you come into the restaurant, usually they say いらっしゃいませ. いらっしゃいませ. You don't have to say anything, but you can just say hi to be polite. Do you know how we say hi or hello in Japanese? It goes こんにちは. I know it's pretty common for American people to pronounce こんにちは. We can totally understand when you say that, but if you want to make your sound even more authentic, like more real Japanese, you can try to change your accent a little bit, saying こんにちは instead of こんにちは. So it goes more flat. こんにちは. There's no like up and down. こんにちは. It's really straight, but it sounds so authentic. こんにちは. 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 Yeah, so it goes こんにちは. こんにちは. So when they say いらっしゃいませ to you, you can just say こんにちは. こんにちは. Don't I look so Japanese? Now you're at the table, and let's say, what's your recommendation? It goes, おすすめは何ですか? おすすめは何ですか? So, おすすめ means recommendation. It's おすすめは何ですか? 何ですか is like what is it? And what is particle? In Japanese, we use a lot of particles. The particle itself doesn't really have meaning, but if you cut it, it sounds a little weird. But even without particle, people could understand. But if you could use particles perfectly, it makes you look so smart. Let's say, how about saying, may I have some water? お水をください. お水をください. Water is 水, but I just said お水をください instead of saying 水をください. Did you notice the difference? So I put お before saying 水, I put お. Did you get that part? When you're at the restaurant, you want to be polite to the server. And when you put お to some noun, it makes your phrase more polite. The complicated part is you cannot put お all the time. For some nouns, we can put. For other nouns, it sounds awkward. Like water, 水, you could totally put お and saying お水. It sounds really polite. You could totally say 水をください. Especially like some guys. I know it's a little bit weird. The guys could talk less polite way. I know it sounds so weird. Yeah. But I know. Unfortunately, it's our culture. So especially for ladies, when you put お before some nouns, it makes you look more educated, classy, well-mannered lady. Yeah, so I totally recommend to use put お before 水. So you want to say お水 instead of 水. When you want to say, may I have some water? You could say お水をください. Blah, blah, blah. をください is really useful. You can just change here, and now you could order anything from the store or restaurant. Let's say, may I have some tea? Now you can just say お茶をください. If you want to say, may I have some crepes? You just say クレープをください. If you want to say, may I have some Barbie? You can just say バービーをください. But today we are at the restaurant, so let's say, how about ordering one of my favorite Japanese food, tonkatsu, deep fried pork cutlet. Tonkatsu. とんかつをください とんかつをください。May I have some pork cutlet? So if you want to order something different besides tonkatsu, you gotta study really hard. Otherwise, you're gonna always get tonkatsu every time when you go to a Japanese restaurant, and you don't want that. And next, remember when I was teaching you how to say super yummy? It was めっちゃ美味しい。めっちゃ美味しい。That one was more like slang, you know, super casual way. But today I'm teaching you a little bit more, not too formal, but like polite enough to say at restaurant. If the server asks you, how is it? You know, how's your meal? If you want to say, it's really good, it's delicious. You don't want to say めっちゃ美味しい. That's too casual. If you already know the server for like, you know, long time, maybe you could say that. But if you visit that restaurant for the very first time, you don't want to say めっちゃ美味しい. Maybe you want to say 美味しいです。美味しいです。美味しい means yummy, like a delicious. To be polite, you want to put this at the end. So you can say 美味しいです。When you put this after some adjective, it always makes it sound a little more respectful. So like when you want to say あ、かわいい in a little bit more formal, you can always say かわいいです instead of saying just あ、cute. You know, if you want to say, oh, this is cute, かわいいです. So this is really useful. Okay, and let me teach you one last sentence, last phrase today. So before you leave the restaurant, you gotta pay. And when you wanna say, may I have check, like check please, you can ask them, お会計お願いします。お会計お願いします. So 会計 means check, but to be polite, I put お again, お会計. And お願いします means please. お願いします。お願いします。Not much accent, but more flat. お願いします。お願いします。So you can say お会計お願いします。That sounds so Japanese. お会計お願いします。So maybe when you go to a Japanese restaurant next time, you can totally say お会計お願いします instead of saying check please. Today I just told you several useful words when you go to a Japanese restaurant. During my private lessons, I'm literally teaching people super authentic, real Japanese. Really useful phrases with real pronunciation. I was born and raised in Japan, so my first language is Japanese. My Japanese is perfect, so yeah, I think I can teach it. If you want to learn more with me privately, you can totally join my private Japanese lesson on Zoom by Azusa Barbie. This is so much fun and I'm sure you're gonna love it. If you want to know more details or information, please email us to info@azusabarbie.com. The email address on my description so you can email from there. Thanks for watching my video. Stay home, be safe, be happy. Hope you have Pinktastic Barbie quarantine. Bye.